Hello and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry. What in the heck is going on here? It is January and we all of us in January always decide I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to print every photo that I took last year and I'm going to be organized and I'm going to get my poop in a group. And then some of us are able to get it done and some of us are not able to get it done. Sometimes I get my poop in a group all at once and sometimes I do it in 2 or 3 month chunks, but I always do it the same way. And I figured since I have 600 photographs to play with, I would take you along with the journey and show you what I'm going to be doing. So first things first is you always go through and you find the pictures that you want to scrapbook. This is almost all of 2018. The only thing that is missing is I know I have one disc, an attraction that we saw that I bought the disc of photographs. I can't find that disc. I don't know where I put it. I know I've got it somewhere, but I can't remember what I did with it. So I know I have to print those. I have some pictures of that event. It's just not the professional pictures that you buy the disc for. And we also did a behind the scenes tour, so it's not the photos of us at that tour. So that's why I want to find those discs. And then I believe, oh, there's one disc of photographs that my mother-in-law sent to me. They wouldn't open. She needs to send it back to me. Once she figures out why it didn't save on the disk properly. So this is almost my entire 2018 stash. So let me get started and show you what I do first. I went through, I found the photographs that I wanted. I turned some of them black and white already. I kind of did a little bit of cropping in the editor. And to be honest, I haven't found a good photo editor since Picasso went away. I really miss Picasso. I want it back. I hate the fact that we don't have it. I haven't been able to use a photo editor as confidently as I did with Picasso. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just sorting the photographs. And I'm just going, okay, this is convention. This is convention. Convention. I know I printed that for a reason, don't remember it. I think it's it's part of convention. This is Monica and Jeanette. This is the founder of Close to My Heart, and this is the president of Close to My Heart. So these are convention. My niece, I printed that for a reason, not sure. This is Australia. This is the Sugarland concert. Part of the concert. So basically I'm just going through and sorting the pictures by theme, by subject. So I'm going to keep doing this and I'll come back when I've got a little bit more laid out. So I have all of the photos sorted into subject groups. My sister's wedding, a night at Babe's Chicken, a concert, taking my husband over to Free Play. It's an arcade where you pay a cover charge, but all the games are completely free. He loves it. There we go. I got two stacks mixed up. Okay, so like for this stack, it is extra huge. This is our trip to Australia. We did a really quick trip, business trip for my husband. And when we do a trip like this, I will do 1 page, 2 pages in the family album, but then I do a separate trip album or vacation album. This is actually way less than I normally take, but we were there, 4 days. So I couldn't take 1,000 pictures like I normally do. So I have a little mini album that I'm going to be working on. So this stack of pictures is going to be doing both my family album and the little mini album. And there are some that I actually blew up into larger photographs. And then there are some photos that I actually stole from Facebook. This entire set of photos I stole from Facebook. This is my sister's wedding. Her and her guy went to the Bahamas and eloped, and the only people there was the 3 of them. Her daughter and Marshall. So I stole these photos. Now she did call me before they eloped, and because we were all supposed to go down there for the wedding. She called and said, "This is what we're thinking about doing. What do you think?" And I'm like, go get married. I don't care how you get married, just get married. Because they have been wanting to get married for 5 years. And then this is the funny stuff. This is stuff that you should put into your scrapbooks. It's not just events. It's not just birthday parties. It's day-to-day stuff too. Getting my hair done. I wanted to just do something a little bit funky. I've never done funky, so I wanted to do funky. So I had some burgundy put in my hair. What's the first thing my boss said when I went to work? That I look like Betty White. So that's why I found a photo of Betty White. I'm allowed to use this, and I was allowed to print it because it is going into a personal scrapbook. So I have trips, I have conventions, I have concerts where we went to see Sugarland. I've got just everyday Christmas and Thanksgiving. But I've also got retreats, and I've got my husband working on my new filming station. There's only 3 photos of that, but it shows him doing something that I wanted him to do. And I'll figure out how to make it to work. This is just random photos of our life. Just shots in the day. And I'll figure out how to make that into a layout. So now the next part, once you get it all sorted out, I take just regular vellum. Just regular vellum. I've tried Close to My Heart vellum. I've tried Stampin' Up! Vellum. To me, with the amounts of vellum that I go through, I just use what Hobby Lobby gives me. Well, not gives me, what they carry, and I make it work. Basically what I'm doing is I have a template on my computer because I can't math. My husband did it for me. And basically it's just 4 squares. And I type within the 4 squares, so I take 4 groups of pictures and I do the journaling for 4 groups of pictures. And once that is done, I will print 1 sheet, I'll let it dry, and then I will attach it with these and put it into my iris box. So let me do that real fast and I'll show you. So these are the ones that I just journaled. Okay, I figured out the problem. I had the wrong printer connected. Oh, that prints much better than the other one. So this is printed on the vellum. I know you can see the photos behind it, and I did that on purpose so you could see that it was truly vellum. So what I'm going to do now is just let this dry. And as soon as it's dry, I will cut it into 4s and match it with its photo. Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. This new printer doesn't stay as wet as the other one did. I always trim it out a little bit bigger than what I think I'm going to need to give me room to trim it when I'm actually scrapbooking. Trim this down a little bit. So you're going to see this new, you're going to think that is an awfully big journaling square, but it really isn't. because I'm giving myself room to cut it down even farther. Okay, so spring cleaning and pineapple ice cream. It's this one. And then sometimes you just have to steal a photo. I just have a little bucket of rubber bands. And then Merrick's graduation. Now if it goes over the photo, I will trim it down a little bit more just to keep it from getting snagged up. Because the point of this is to not to have to journal while I'm creating. And I know this is going to sound horrible, I hate journaling. I'd rather go to the dentist than journal. So to me, just getting this all done in one fell swoop is easier than having to try and think of a story at the time of creation. Because if that was the case, I'd never journal. So I would rather take an afternoon, because it doesn't take me more than an afternoon to get all this done. Get all the journaling done, and then I'm done for the year, and I've got my journaling, and when I want to play, I can play. And the other really good thing about this is I'm journaling close to the time that the pictures were taken. These are 2018. Just, you know, some of these are 12 months ago, some of these are just a few weeks ago. So I'm journaling while the memories are fresh. I'm not trying to journal something that happened 10 years ago that I can't really remember the details, but I think I remember the details. So I'm trying to journal while the memories are fresh because the details are going to be more accurate. Okay, so I have my iris box that I'm using for this year's photos. I'm putting in the last little bit of photos with the journaling. This is a piece of artwork that my daughter did that I wanted to use as my cover, my very first page, so I'm going to pop that in there. This is a little bitty bag of memorabilia, but it also prompted me that I'm missing some photographs. So there's a few things that I need to go through on my husband's stuff, like his camera, his Dropbox, and see if I can find his trip to Vegas for Improving, his work company party, and a few other things in here that prompted me that I'm missing a few photographs. But I always put the memorabilia in a little baggie. The other thing that I did is we went to the restaurant Giada when we were in Vegas for convention. These napkins were in the bathroom. So I stole a couple napkins. I made a copy of the signature. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I made a copy of it just in case, so I have a clean copy. And I made a note that I want to use a flip flap to protect the napkin from the rest of the layout, or the rest of the layout from the napkin, since I don't know what it's made of, or what the acid level is in it. And this is one item that I want to protect because it's one of those stupid little things you pick up. I got it in a lady's bathroom, my goodness. So I put that in a baggie. And then I have the album layout stickers that I use whenever I am scrapbooking. I put them on the back of each of my layouts to tell me when I'm finished what album this goes into. And then I have just a little note that tells me this box is ready to scrap. So I'm going to put that on the top. So when I close the lid, it tells me that this box is ready to scrap. The only other thing that I need to do is just write on the front, ready to scrap, or make a label that just says ready to scrap. So this box is ready. Whenever I'm ready to play and I want to play with 2018 pictures, it has everything finished. They're in groupings of what page I want to scrapbook them in. They're in subject grouping, that's a better way of saying it. The journaling is finished, the memorabilia is with it, and the labels are done. I know there's a few things that I want to get printed, but I can print those as I find them. But until then, I can scrap. Now, while I was sorting through all those photos, I realized that I indeed have enough photos to actually make a big vacation scrapbook like I normally do. Like I have a Grand Canyon scrapbook, I have a scrapbook for each of the cruises that we've been on. I have enough photos that I can actually make a large 12 by 12 format scrapbook for the Australia trip. I wasn't sure what I had, so I actually bought a mini album. I think I bought like an 8 by 8 album, but I have too many photos for 8 by 8. I may not have enough photos for 12 by 12, but I'm going to try, I'm going to see. This is all the memorabilia that we drug back with us from the trip. And then this is the labels. Now I am not done with the journaling yet, so I'm not done getting this box ready to scrap, so I'm not going to tape that to the lid. But I put everything in its own little box, and it's going to go in my iris tower until I have the time to journal. That is the way I prepare my photographs for scrapbooking. It took me, I think I started the process at 1:30. It is now 4 o'clock, and I took a break to eat. I took a break to make a couple of phone calls to check dates. And of course, when you call your sister, you have to talk for a little while. And of course, a little bit of drying time on the vellum. But other than that, it didn't take me very long at all to get together an entire year worth of photographs and get them ready to play. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know there's 112 different things that you could be doing, and I am very happy that you chose to send them with me. Until next time, bye-bye.